Scatter Copper fam, it is the first week myself and David are actually homeless, so we're going to jump in this cab and find somewhere to do the show.
Let's find a new home, Poet.
Let's find a new home. Let's find a new home. This place? Scatter Copper fam, comments below. My name is Poet. Who are you?
David Vianich.
And this is the show. You leave your comments below, and some of them are. Some of them are. There's an epic moment in this show, and it only goes.
Comment of the week.
No more singing.
Just professionalism.
Talking about professionalism, look where we are. We happen to be in a little snazzy bar in Shoreditch.
For the next, oncoming shows, months, who knows, maybe even years, we are going to be dotting around different locations. If you guys have a suggestion, please leave a comment below and tell us where to go next.
And we have to say thank you to the subscribers, because guess what?
900k!
900k! I might subscribe to a Copper because we hit 900k! Yes, we hit 900k! Thank you, Copper fam. Keep them subs coming. Let's get on to the show. Today we speak about Falcao. Is he the biggest flop at Manchester United? We also speak about the rest of the top four. Yes, who is going to get that third and fourth place? Liverpool. And we speak about the Champions League, something Rouge knows nothing about. Let's get on with the show and speak about Manchester United. Ollie Humphries has said, is LVG the most overrated manager in world football, considering he spent over 150 mil and is still far off winning the title? Rouge.
He's abysmal. How are you playing Fellaini up front and long balling it to him? That is the most desperate tactics I've seen in the Premier League in the last probably 10 years. He's got a great ensemble of a squad and they're struggling. Crompo98 says, what are our thoughts on Falcao? Whenever I watch Man U, he seems to do bugger all, but his records elsewhere are good. Is he just struggling to adapt to England the game, or is he the biggest fraud in Europe?
I think there's a collection of things. First of all, you've got to take into consideration Manchester United had to chop and change their side. They've gone through so many different formations. Everything is new. And if we're going to get on Falcao, there's a couple other people we should get on. Di Maria hasn't been amazing. Herrera's in and out of the side. I just think there's no consistency with the Man United 11. I remember a couple years ago, Falcao against Chelsea in the European Super Cup. He scored 3 goals that any striker in world football will be proud of scoring. This is a striker that had an incredible record at Atletico Madrid. Incredible. He went to Monaco. He duplicated the same thing. You might say the French league is not that great, but regardless, goals are goals. Falcao's at Atletico Madrid, enjoying football. There's not much pressure to do well. At Monaco, again, I don't think there was much pressure because PSG are the biggest team. At Manchester United, you're talking about the most successful club in Premier League history. I don't think Falcao mentally has prepared himself for this. I don't even know if he wanted to go Manchester United. I just think Manchester United put up the most money and he ended up going there. And as much as Falcao hasn't scored many goals, to me, he's been poor, but he looks like...
He's been missing sitters.
But he's the only one that gets there. Van Persie don't get them sitters. Van Persie doesn't do anything. Rooney's playing DM. James Wilson's on work experience. If you just play Falcao for 10 games in a row, let him adapt. The Premier League is one of the hardest leagues in the world. They're not giving him a chance.
What would you say is the one main reason why he's performing so badly at United?
I don't think Man United are building a game which suits Falcao.
I'm going to stick with Crompo98, who did ask, is he the biggest fraud in Europe? Because for me, he hasn't played at the best level. The Premier League is the best level. United is high expectations. You can't mess around. So for me, right now, Falcao is an absolute fraud. But we want to know, what do you guys think? Is he a fraud or is it United and LVG? Who do you agree with, me or Poet? Leave your comments below.
Staying with the Premier League and staying with the top 4 race, the question is, who are getting those 2 additional places in the top 4? I think we can all agree Manchester City and Chelsea have pretty much cemented the top 2 places.
On their passport, they are in Europe.
The Red Devil asked the good question. Who do you think will finish in the top 4 this season in the Premier League? Ollie Humphries says, do Southampton have the depth in their squad to finish top 4? I think that's a good question to have because I don't feel they have any depth. If the fake Pele's not scoring goals, where are they getting a goal from, you know? Their defence, to me, has been amazing throughout the season. And now I just think they're getting to the point where it's like, up front, it's just dying out.
I was at the actual Liverpool-Southampton game. They didn't look good going forward.
They should have had a penalty. I mean, to be fair, they should have had a penalty, and Liverpool did ride their luck a couple of times, clears off, shots off the line. But I understand where you're coming from. Pele didn't even look like a threat. After the first half an hour, 35 minutes, Liverpool just looked like they were going to see out the game. And Liverpool's actually a team I feel could possibly make top 4.
I'd say we'd have to write off Southampton. The depth and the quality just isn't there. I'd love them to get Europa and at least some sort of European football for them would be great. But Liverpool, right now, with this form, I mean, in the last 8 to 10 games, there's been no losses, best form in 2015, haven't lost a game in 2015, obviously the League Cup. They're looking really good. I feel, Sturridge has come back. Coutinho is a revelation.
Yeah.
For £7-8 million, he is a bargain. His consistency might not be great, but he's an impact player. When he gets the ball, he moves and drives forward.
I think, do you know what makes...
He's better than Ozil.
I'm so glad you walked away because we all make mistakes in life. As long as we can have time to reflect on it, come back and apologise. The one thing I think makes Liverpool so good is that they have a philosophy at the club. They have a way of playing. And Brendan, despite the fact he was getting loads of moans and groans in the first half of the season, he stuck with it and he was consistent with it. And now he's reaping the benefits of it. I reckon Liverpool will get top 4. I also believe Arsenal will. Not a convincing win, but a win nevertheless at Crystal Palace on Saturday. I feel Palace definitely deserved a point.
Yeah.
But we got the win, and I feel like
important.
Arsenal are changing their philosophy away from home. We used to have loads of the ball. You're talking about 60% possession and come away with nothing. Sorry about the noise upstairs. Now we've changed our philosophy away from home and said, you know what? Let's let them have the ball. We're confident enough to say we can get it off them, do a counter-attack, and just get a goal.
Let's do our cemented top 4s. I mean, I guess our opinions have changed from the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
My top 4, Chelsea winning the league.
Yeah.
Man City, as we've said, definitely. Now, those last 2, I think it's going to be the same as last season. I do think Arsenal and Liverpool will finish 3rd and 4th.
Do you know what? I've changed my mind throughout the show, and I've changed it right now, and I'm just thinking about it, and I'm probably going to be wrong for this. I'm going to go for Arsenal in top 4. I'm going for United.
Oh, let's not do it, man.
As much as they're terrible.
No. United, I'm not going to jinx it. United. Leave your comments. Who will be top 4? Let's hope Liverpool are not dropping out. But I did actually go and have a little chat with Adam Lallana the other day. What a great guy. And I sang him our song. Last season, on our show, comments below, we actually made a song about you. And I want to know if this could catch on in the terraces. It goes like this. La 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 la. Adam, do you reckon?
I don't know, possibly.
You know what? It was absolutely great meeting Adam Lallana. He's a wonderful geezer. Best of luck at Liverpool. But make sure to go check that out. It is out now on Copper 90.
Let's talk about something we don't usually address here on comments below. Non-league football. Mr. Oscar Tapper. Love the show. Could you do something on lower league football next week? Well,
little feature.
We can do something because we feel that we should address all leagues, and especially when they want to do a bit of fighting, it makes it a little bit more interesting. Now, Worcester City's Shab Khan performed a WWE body slam on a Stockport player after a poor challenge. Vuj, I want you to please take a look at this. Mr. Khan, big man, what did he do? You can't just pick someone up and do you know what's so funny about it? After he does it, a Stockport player runs over and tries to do it to Khan. I'm just like, what is this? The dominoes effect? So we're all just going to start chucking each other on the floor. It was an absolute catastrophe.
And guys, you know, on Copper 90, we actually do cover quite a bit of non-league football. I mean, we went to Fisher FC, Dulwich Hamlet, recently covered one of the most successful non-league football sides that have produced the most professional players in the Premier League in the whole country. So make sure to check those videos out. They are absolutely great. Yeah, just thought I'd big it up, man, because, you know, it's not all about the Premier League.
It's not always about the Premier League, but sometimes it's about the Champions League.
These are the champions.
Now, Elmer doesn't like when you do that. He said, can someone, comments below, please make Vuj listen to the Champions League theme tune? Things are getting out of hand with his hummings.
Look, man, I write the theme tune, sing the theme tune. I feel you should let me just sing my woes away because we're not in it.
Neil Curry says, what do the Pound and Man City have in common? Good in England, useless in Europe. He's referring to the fact that Manchester City in Europe, in the Champions League, have been absolute dog mess.
Oh.
And this time, it might even get worse because they come against a team that knocked them out last season, Barcelona. Ned Morrison did comment saying, City will get humiliated by Barcelona. Aguero doesn't have the form he had at the end of 2014.
I am a fan of an underdog story, and Barcelona haven't been performing great this season, I can see Man City going through.
Despite the fact Barcelona up front do have Luis Suarez,
Oh my God.
Lionel Messi,
Oh,
and say Neymar.
say Neymar. When you put it that way, that sounds like, okay, it sounds like they're going to batter him.
Tonight's game with Man City and Barcelona literally could just be a goal fest.
Goal fest.
It could be a goal fest.
4-4. That is what would be beautiful.
Yeah.
But Sam Cooper and Ken Edwards do ask us, can a BPL team win the Champions League? What do you think? And especially Arsenal.
I've said from day one, if Arsenal get a good draw in the last 16 and make it to the semi-finals, we'll win the Champions League. We've got a good draw in the last 16. If we can get a little bit of basil, herbs and spices in the last 8, we'll get to the semi-finals and we will win the Champions League.
And then it will surely be Wenger in forever.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
You guys tell us, who will win the Champions League? Can an English team do it?
Moving on with the show, Booch.
Quick fire round.
3, 2, 1.
Liverpool got to win some silver for Stevie G. I agree. I think up. Since the comments below, wouldn't it be comments going down on a Tuesday?
Nah.
What do you think about Leeds? How do you think Giovanni Anatol will fare in MLS? Ruben Atascare's or continuing disappointment?
I don't know.
Anyone else forget Scott Sinclair was alive for 3 years? Andre Herrera turning into the next Shinji Kagawa. Thoughts?
No.
This is my favourite subscription on YouTube and he's the best football show well. Keep it up. Thank you, mate. Tony Cross is the Bill Cahill. I can't read that. Bonnie Mateke, thoughts?
Yeah.
Bonnie. David Luiz moving the spray, thoughts?
That was funny.
Shakhtar Donetsk will smash Bayern Allianz to go win the Champions League. Don't what? Liverpool beat Arsenal in the FA final.
Ugh.
I left a comment. You happy?
Yes.
So happy. Love Yannick speaking Malay. That's me. What if I want to leave comments above? Well, you can't. It's the Barcelona attack of Messi. Suarez is the best attacking football in the moment. What do these Texas zombies eat? Brian's. But for me, still worth a fan. Maybe I'm being optimistic. That you are being optimistic. Don't you hear when people answer their own questions? I do. But taking a penalty against Besiktas Sports, I mean, it's a good decision. Well, I can't read that. Do you think Barcelona could get the treble, the rate, and UCL this year?
I don't know.
Neymar Hazard.
Neymar. Shut up! Booch, how much do we get?
21 comments. I think it's decent. Could have been a bit more, but 21.
It's time to move on. So that part of the show.
That part of the show, indeed.
Where we address the millions.
Yeah, the millions.
And millions of Copper90 fans all across the world, not on Tumblr, copper90.com. They're also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's an epic moment in the show that can only be described as in Croatian.
Komentar tjedna!
Abdul Wasi says, so a genie told me I had one wish. I asked to live forever. He said, sorry, we can't do those kind of wishes. So I said I want to die when Liverpool are a 5-star team on FIFA. He said, you sneaky bugger.
Genies don't exist. Genies don't exist, so you're a liar.
That was funny though.
No, it wasn't. So whatever, to your joke. Mitchell Work says, 2 guys were injecting themselves with curry powder, silly people, near where I live, and one of them fell into a coma. Why would you be injecting yourself with curry powder in the first place anyway? That's so silly.
All right, so thank you so much, Copper fan, for watching. Remember, leave your comments about the Champions League tonight. Who do you think is going to win tonight? Who's going to win tomorrow? Who do you think is going to win the Champions League? Who is getting in the top 4? And is Falcao the biggest fraud in European football?
Biggest fraud since Coney.
Wow. Either way, the comment's still going
Nope.
up. Hey.
On a Tuesday,
we got the comment on the weekend, we ain't choosing. Comments going up. Hey. On a Tuesday.